Hey everyone on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. Today is a big day for me. I am sober for officially 1 year as of today. I stopped drinking, uh, not because I had a problem with it or it was affecting my life or anything like that. I did it out of solidarity for my favorite person in the whole world. And they decided to check themselves into treatment and take care of the alcoholism that had affected their life in really, really hardcore ways. So I decided to do that, to do the same thing and stop drinking. And it's been, uh, I can understand for someone who's in recovery and is trying to remove that from their life. It is fully a disease, and you can see that when you do this, but it's a struggle, and I know it's a struggle every day. Um, it's something that you wake up in the morning and you have to make that decision every day not to drink. And for me, it's a very easy decision. It's not a huge part of my life. It's not an integral part of my life. It's not necessary. But I did this as a kind of as a test to myself and to see that I could do that. I could stop doing something that was very harmful, um, and that can be very harmful. There's tons of positive, benefits for alcohol, but there's uh, there's also there's a downside to it. There's a big downside to it. And my brother, who is a recovering alcoholic too, uh, getting some insight into what these people are experiencing and what they are going through. And mine is a tiny little grain of sand on the beach of what they're going through, but it does give you some insight. And the one thing, and I talked with a friend about this yesterday at lunch, the one thing that I really noticed as I travel around and I do all these races and do all this other stuff is no matter where you go and anywhere in the world, anywhere on this planet, you are inundated with alcohol, and it is pushed on you daily. Like there's there is some type of alcohol within arm's reach at any time. So that, I think, part of that makes it difficult for people in recovery to stay away from it. It's easy to fall off the wagon and go right back to it because the alcohol is literally at arm's distance. And uh, the advertising and the promotion and all of that stuff is really so in your face and all the time, like literally 24 hours a day. If it's not on TV, it's on social media, or it's online and some ad that pops up, or as you're driving down the road, there's a billboard. As you get off a plane in an airport, there's a bar and there's a 2 for 1 deal from whoever. And it's literally everywhere. I go to hockey games and they took out at CBJ, Nationwide Arena, they took out the hat trick box where all the hats had come onto the ice, and they scoop them up and they put them in this box. And there's a little video that plays that shows all the hat tricks that have happened at Nationwide from the Blue Jackets. And it was kind of cool. It was part of the history of the team and all that. They removed that and they put in a bar, and it's sponsored by one of the whiskey companies. I don't know who, but it was kind of disappointing. And then you travel further around the concourse, and there's another new bar, and it's I don't know, some kind of local brewery experience. I don't know what it is, but the the constant inundation with alcohol and pressing it upon you is amazing. It's amazing to watch. So that was one of the biggest realizations that I've learned over the last year. The other thing is all of the different stories that I hear from different people who have done the same thing. So other people have they've done different methods. They've tried to do it a little bit, and that doesn't work. And then they've tried cold turkey, and sometimes that works. You just stop, and then there's other times where they have to face their addiction like head on, like when when you go to treatment and you get all this stuff taken care of and you have this, great new life and this great new plan, and then you come back to your house and there's still all the liquor there. You have to be able to open that cabinet and pour all that liquor down the drain and recycle those bottles. That's really, really hard to do. That's probably one of the most, the toughest things. You have to be so strong in order to do that, especially with any kind of addiction, whether it's alcohol or drugs. It doesn't matter. Me huffing 104 that we put in this, I love the gas in this. Oh, it's still warm. I just took it for a quick rip. Getting the dust off of it for racing season. So, yeah, and I apologize for the hat head because I just got back from a ride on the motorcycle. It's a very nice day. I took the motorcycle out. I took the Grom out for a rip, and I took the NC 700 out for a nice ride. It's a very nice ride to a very nice day to go riding. So thankfully, I have a nice day to celebrate this anniversary, and um, I'm hoping that the one that uh, decided to get themselves fixed and you know uh, embrace a sober lifestyle is still sober and still embracing that. Um, I also I got some really cool insight from one of my, I don't know if I want to call him a hero, but I'm a fan of this guy. His name's Mark Kendall, and he's the guitar player for Great White, and he has been. He's one of the founding members from, you know, decades ago. And I found out that Mark is also sober for many, many years. After being in a, heavy metal glam rock band, that's a really hard thing to do. And so watching his, what he's done over the last year and over the last years has been inspiring too. He definitely had a problem with it, and took it on, you know, took it head on and tackled it. And so for these people to, uh, you know, uh, do this, I find it incredible, because even as someone who wasn't addicted, it's incredible. It's very difficult to do. So what they're doing is, I'm so impressed. I can't even say how impressed I am. After I quit drugs many, many, many moons ago, I thought it was pretty easy, but this being so readily available and so in your face, it's probably even more difficult. So I'm so proud of you, and I'm backing you 100%. I made that promise to support your recovery, and I know that's for the rest of your life. So I'm doing it. I am pulling for you, and I'm grateful that I was uh, given the chance to do something like this, and it's cool. Also, I have this. I don't know. You guys have probably seen this, but I received this book from them, and while they were in treatment, and it's been actually very cool. So if you get a chance, it's called Recovery Dharma, and it's just kind of a handy thing. I keep it here in the shop because I read it sometimes. I've read it probably 50 times, and I'm getting pretty good at doing the stuff in there. But there's help out there. So if you are struggling with alcoholism, definitely talk with someone. Just be sincere and be open. It's not gross. It's not. No one's going to look down on you. If they look down on you, delete them. You don't need that in your life. But talk to someone about it. Feel free to send me a message. I'm not here to judge anyone, and I'll help you. In any way I can, point you in the right direction, whatever. But definitely get help for it. Don't think you have to do it by yourself, and also be careful of people that will take advantage of you once they figure out that you're trying to get sober, because there's a lot of that out there. And be careful of the risks. There's a lot of pushing from the whole alcohol industry, so be careful of that too. Just be aware and know that you've got friends out there. You've got real genuine help, not you know the occasional fake friends, or the people that put on a front or anything like that. Oh yeah, we're definitely, yeah, look, all good times. Yeah. And then they sit there and they chug beers in your face. You don't need that either. Um, and make little changes. If you make the little changes, they'll turn into big changes, and that really helps too. That was one for me that I did here at the shop. People were bringing over stuff to drink when we were working on cars here at the shop, and I made a rule change. I said, "You can bring stuff over, that's fine, but take it with you. Don't leave it here. If you leave it here, I'm going to pour it out." And people have been very respectful of that, and they've understood that, and they've brought over their beer, and we've had burgers, and great, and they take it with them. I haven't had to pour out anything since I made that rule, so works out pretty good. Do just do little stuff and know that people are backing you, and it's not a gross thing. Okay, it's not a uh, you're trying to make yourself better if you're asking for help, and if you're making those changes, it shows. But you have to be the one to do that. No one's gonna no one's gonna hold your hand, and no one's gonna say it to your face. It's gonna be very hard. If they do an intervention or something, that's different. But you have to make that choice to make that change. That's the biggest thing. And once you make that decision, you're gonna be in pretty good shape. Uh, it's a pretty easy path after that. After detoxing and that, you're on a really good path. So I'm a lot happier. I think I'm healthier. Like I said, I wasn't a big drinker to begin with, but it feels good, and I don't miss it. Um, I'm not. I don't feel like when the group goes to the bar or they order a drink, I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything. I want to. I want to enjoy time with them. I'm just going to do it sober now. So. Uh, Not to pat myself on the back because I haven't done much compared to those who have actually beat alcoholism and are in recovery and doing it. What I've done is, like I said, a little grain of sand on the beach of recovery. So um, I'm supporting you. I'm backing you up every single day. I want you to succeed. I want you to be happy. I want you to be healthy. I don't want it to affect your personal life, your career, anything else. I want you to have complete control of that. So I'm backing you up. I'm a huge cheerleader. I can do that. Great cheerleader. So thanks everyone for hanging out today, and hopefully a little bit of insight. And uh, I'm gonna go hop on the motorcycle and maybe run over to the reservoir and back. Yeah, it's a really nice day, and I got to take advantage of it, right? So thanks everyone for hanging out, and don't forget to show someone that you love them today. It's really important. Give them a kiss on the cheek. Give them a kiss on the nose. Hold their hand. Give it a squeeze. It's important for you, but it's really important for them. Cool. All right. Thanks everyone. I will catch you. We'll be in the shop tonight, so go subscribe to Kev's Shop on YouTube. Everybody on YouTube. And we'll be back in the shop tonight. We're doing control arms on a Mustang, and we'll have the limo back in here too. I'm gonna finish the dust off to this afternoon. So thanks everyone. We will see you soon. Have a great day.